Real conversations, real solutions, real success.
Success is my religion.
Welcome back to another episode of the Success is My Religion podcast
And
with
I
On the Porch. On the porch.
we're on the porch.
CJ, I know we talked already, but how was your how was your successful week, right?
My week was super successful. Now we had to adjust the schedule a little bit.
Adjust
So
the schedule where?
we had to just my day off. So my day off was Thursday. And Thursday went by like a breeze. I don't even know if I
Did
really
you go to the
accomplished.
gym?
No,
When are you gonna start going to the gym?
this month.
All right. It's a new month.
It is a new month.
I know.
The first of the month. Not today though. Um
On the day that you're supposed to go,
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do a Monday to Thursday thing. I don't want to wake up on my day off, but
huh? But you got the whole day off though.
yeah, it just
Nah, man.
throws me off. Um, because then I'm super excited early in the day, to knock out the gym. Then that excitement is gonna wear down because I'm gonna do some other stuff. But Thursday went by. Friday was very successful. Because I went to work. Saturday was pretty successful. I hung out with a buddy I haven't hung out with in a while, and that was pretty good. We got almost identifying cars. We got
You
same
mean
color, same model,
identical?
identical. Yeah, I messed that up, didn't
I was
I?
like identifying cars.
A lot went on. One of my friends got a new place to stay, so I'm excited about that for her.
She bought a house.
No, she just got a new apartment.
Oh,
Upgrade, if you will, in a deluxe apartment in the sky because she's not on the first floor anymore. She's up in the sky. Okay. Oh my god. Um. So yeah, it was a pretty exciting latter part of the week.
yeah. So my week was eventful at work. That's the only reason why I I want to go straight into it. I'm taking heads today. Forget
Oh
that.
no! I knew it was a setup. Here I am being wholesome.
Man, so I try to help out around the school, man, and try to make a little money extra on the side, right?
Hmm.
So me and another guy, we do the wanding. The wanding is where you check,
True.
yeah, you check the students for any medals or anything on their person, right?
Yeah.
When they come through the metal detector, they beep somewhere on the metal detector. So I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 months. Like I've been doing it since last semester, and we've been doing a good job. I thought they even told us we wasn't doing it correctly one time last semester, and they was like, all right, and they set us down. They was like, here's how you do it. This is what we're looking for. Cool. That's what we did, right? So this week on Wednesday, uh, they transferred one of the officers that was there that thought we was doing a good job, transferred him out, brought this deputy do right in, and and he sat there and micromanaged us the whole time, and we like, well, if we're not doing this, if you're not doing something right, let the person know, especially if we're trying to keep everybody safe, right? So
Yeah.
you can't just be
Safety
like,
is
"Oh, check
important.
them, check them, check them, check them," and I'm just like, "Dude, like we're gonna check them. Like, let us do our job, right?" And if we ain't doing our job, take us off to the side or call a meeting or something and say, "Hey, this is what we're looking for. This is what we want you to do." Bam. we'll get it corrected. If we don't correct it, then that's how you supposed to do things as leadership in leadership, right?
As adults, yes.
As adults. Thank you. As adults. But they didn't do that.
Mm,
And the only training we had was in the first semester, and I'm like, y'all need to, I mean, I'm thinking in my head, if we're not doing something right, let me know so I can get it right because it's a safety issue. I'm not doing it right, then something's happening it after the fact that you don't like, and it's causing a safety issue in our school, and I don't want that. Like, come to me. It's important, right?
it's very important.
So they didn't do that, and they had Deputy Do Right out there for all 3 days. And so Wednesday, I let it go because I had my partner with me, and but then he wasn't there on Thursday. I
Uh-oh.
did it by myself, and then we got ROTC coming through. They wear their uniform some days, and I was like, and we usually let them go through because they got a belt on. They have to keep their uniform on, and some of the patches and stuff, they go off,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Okay, you can go." But he had me check every one of the ROTC people that on top of the regular students that was getting beat through the mid, and I'm the only one standing there doing this wanding. He's standing off to the side with his little hands in his
And it's
flak jacket or whatever they
oh,
wear.
he's got a bulletproof vest on,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, he's an officer. They got guns and everything. Yeah.
You
So we got officers, and then we got, uh, I don't know what her name is, like, or what her title is, but like a security person that checks the cameras and stuff, and
Oh, okay.
when people comes in, um,
Oh, yeah, I got some high tech stuff over there.
yeah, and we got like actual police force on our campus and stuff. So,
Mm,
like, so it's cops everywhere, right?
Jesus.
Um, but he's over there just standing there. Yep, check him. He got to go back through. She got to go back through. You got to get Wanda. And I'm like, I'm gonna do that, but there's students that come in. There's a student that has tall uh boots on,
Yeah.
boots up to her knee, his or her knee, and they go
Mm,
off every time. They got the little Birkenstock sandals on with the buckle on there. They go off every time. So and we know they good students, so we let them through because we see where it beeps on the metal detector. He was having me wind down the people that had the Birkenstock sandals on, and
jeez.
then on the third day, on that Friday, he was like, "Oh yeah, go through. It's your shoes. It's your shoes." I was like, "That's what we've been doing." That, and then he had me take off one dude hat, and then another student, he didn't want me to take off her hat or tell him to take off their hat. You know what I mean? I was like, that's hypocritical. I don't like working like that. I'm gonna tell one person they gotta take off their hat and not this other person to take off their hat when it beeped at their hat. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
that's that's hypocritical. And
that's
you ain't
mad
about to
wild.
set me up to because if you don't know, the younger kids are, the more hypocritical they can pick out the hypocrite in the room.
Mm,
So
well, that's a
those
talent.
the little kids, it's subconscious. Like if you do something wrong to them, like and you don't do something wrong to the other, like if
Oh,
you
yeah, they ain't standing out.
yeah,
Mm,
or not even that. They just feel it. And as young people, they know a hypocrite when they see one. If it ain't fair, like it's the fairness. They pick out the fairness, and if you're
yeah.
not fair, they don't like you at all, right?
Oh, my.
So I try to be fair with everything. So if I got to do it for one person, I'm gonna do it for every person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. So I ain't picking no favorites.
No.
So on Thursday, I was like, if they do this again on Thursday, and then I was by myself on Thursday, or I said if they do it again on Friday, that's gonna be my last day. I'm gonna just stop because at the end of the month, I can turn in my little time for the month and make a clean little sweep with it. On Monday, they can figure it out, right? So I was like, if that and then my partner didn't come on Friday either, so I was there by myself again. And then like uh I think Thursday I was there the whole time, so even my relief didn't even come. So I was already upset. So I was like, if they do this Friday, have Deputy Do Right stand there and tell me what to do the whole time
Just
and not even help. We got two
do it,
wands.
do it
So
again.
yeah, that's what he does.
Do it again.
Yeah. So I'm up here like, nah, man, this ain't working. This ain't working. So on Friday,
Oh
I
no.
did my duty, and when I was leaving, I was like, y'all got that cake for my last day? And she was like, "What cake?" I was like, "Yeah, for my last day, I'm out." And then I walked off, and they didn't say nothing because I asked the lady later. They didn't say nothing, but then I composed this email. The
Oh
email.
no.
I'll tell you what I said to
Oh
you.
no. I got an email. It's
Yeah,
official.
my letter of or email of recommend or email of morning duty resignation. This is what I said. I said, "Good afternoon. I would like to give you all my notice." So first of all, I put every principal on the on the email,
Hmm.
plus my partner that we do wanding with, because he wasn't there both days, Thursday and Friday. So I didn't get to talk to him or anything. So I was like, whatever. I'm not doing it on Monday, so I might as well give you
Mm,
my resignation today.
it's a new month.
Right. Good afternoon. I would like to give you all my notice that today was my last day at my position during morning duty. I have enjoyed my time getting to interact with students in this capacity and contributing to the safety of our campus, but it is no longer a fulfilling experience.
Mm,
In recent days, I believe our work has been scrutinized without proper coaching, discussion, or training. If we are doing our job incorrectly, we've received no guidance on how to correct our mistakes. As a former college athlete and as a professional, I am able to receive critique and make adjustments for the good of the team, especially when it's when it is to keep our students, staff, and building safe. Please consider doing the following to ensure the person or persons you get to do the morning bonding. um, Please consider doing the following to ensure the person or persons you get to do the winding in the morning. I probably missed a couple words, whatever. Um, yeah, I said it right. Training on wand functions, training on wand techniques, clear expectations, continuous discussions on that's the main one. Continuous discussions on what to look for, right?
hmm.
Pictures of what inappropriate art items are, clear protocol on what to do and who to contact when something is found, list of consequences for students. I appreciate you taking the time to read this emails. Much success, Mr. Taylor.
I like it. I like it. That is a good exit. You wanna know what would happen if that was in that situation?
If you was in that situation,
Yeah.
go
Well,
ahead.
first of all, Dudley Do Right, Mister
Deputy
Stand
do
there, like, hey,
right.
you see this stuff going on? He's like, yeah, I'm watching it. Like, that's all I would say.
Yeah, I thought about just
I like to confront people
yeah.
and be like, and you know what? That was a nice email.
I
I
try. It
had to.
took me all day to write it though.
Now I don't feel so bad because sometimes you have to correspond with a customer and you can't email them like you talk. So sometimes
Or how you think.
sometimes you have to delete a couple of times or maybe, go have a drink somewhere and then come back with a very calm but firm.
One of the teachers that I go to happy hour with, she says it's an attitude adjustment.
Mhm.
We get an attitude adjustment. She need an
Hey,
attitude adjustment. It's, but so that's
some
how my week ended, right?
Yeah.
And I was just done. Like, I'm not about to stress out, and you're not telling me anything. I know we went over the training at the beginning when we first started. We wasn't doing it correctly. So yeah, we made changes right after
Yeah.
that training.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. But if we're doing it wrong again, you have to train us again to do it correctly, or get somebody else to do it. Ain't that logical?
Also, to piggyback on that, so there's a certified officer there. Okay. So if I was an officer, because I don't want problems on my shift, okay. So I'm like, hey, Mr. Taylor, if y'all knew each other like that,
It don't matter. Yeah, just
like,
tell
hey,
me.
can you do this like this? And I would like probably show you because I'm a visual person. So if you show me and tell me, I got to put it together, or there's something going
Yeah.
on up there. But that's what I would have did. I would have took the initiative because on CJ shift, we want low stress situations or no stress. We want to be able to just do what we do on a daily basis, make it happen, make some money, go home. And then after work, whatever stress you have in your life, that's your stress. But don't bring it to work. You shouldn't bring it to work at all because if you bring it to work, then that affects others. And I am the type of guy that no matter what your mood is, it's probably not going to affect me at all because unless you want to talk about it, I'm not going to know and I'm considerate, not my business.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep continue on with my day and be
But
the cool.
that's what you supposed. So just that's what you're supposed to do. Just let me know before or after, so I can make adjustments whenever, but not in front of the students either. So if their students is coming in and I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to do,
Yeah.
and then you coming over and being like, nope, do it, nope, they got to go through, nope, nope, that person has to get wanded. Nope, go back through. What do you got? You doing all this on the side? I'm supposed to be doing this. So if you don't want me to do it, here you go. That's what I thought about doing on Friday because I was all by myself.
You just got to have a CJ moment.
Yeah, I was like, if the
Because I would
line
have
got
been like,
backed up, I would have been like, hey, here you go, man. I would just
I
went
would
to
have just
went to
gave
my
him the one.
office.
Here you go,
Yeah,
brother. You certified.
yeah, you can go do
I'm
it.
about to go to my office
Yeah,
and
I'm about to go to my
write
room
this
and
email.
yeah, I'm I'm gonna
let
start my day. Like
let you
I get
know.
there like an hour before I'm supposed to be there. Well, 30 minutes before I'm supposed to be there, and then like technically be there at 7 o'clock. I'm there at 6:30 to 6:40
Uh huh.
to start winding at 6:50. So I walk in. I have to go all the way downstairs to get unlock the classroom for the first college credit class. Then I have to come back up to get my stuff out of my bag. I like to have my computer logged in so I can just go in. And then I have students in my office or on my room, so I have to take attendance. So I like to take attendance first, and then I start going through my emails for the day, and um, then by like 8:50, after the first class, I got students coming in to take the placement test to get into college credit classes.
That's very important, kids.
So, and then all of that is messing up our student flow, like our student attitude and morale. Like we done got them in a groove of some of the students would yeah, some of the students be coming in with super attitudes and I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I was like, just go back through. It might be because if a student goes by the metal detector too close with a backpack on, it'll beep no matter who's coming through and whatever. So when I see somebody going on the side, but I can't explain all of this in like 2 seconds. I'm
No.
just be like, go back through because somebody was right there, and they'll be mad and get upset and be wanting to not follow instructions. And I don't know what your home life is like, but like all
You
I'm
go
trying to do,
follow instructions
yeah, just
today.
it's follow instructions a little bit, but they be upset. So We finally got a groove with the students uh that already come in and they cool, whatever. But then the students that are not cool, we started getting a reputation with them, or a relationship with them. So now if they beep, like, oh, they cool. It's not nothing. But now with Deputy Do Right, I was like, you messing all of that up. Some of the students that beep every single time, like, we know the students by now. And then that's what I was saying. If the students that are beeping that we already know and let through because they shoes or something that normally beeps, if we make them take off their belt and everything, if they
Wow.
shoes beep or something like that, um, and that's a student that got in trouble for whatever it is you looking for, let us know. That's oh yeah, that's a student that's all you gotta say, and we'll be like, okay, you need to be checked every time. Like that's
Mm,
that's logical to me.
it is
But they
very
didn't do that.
logical.
So I wrote the email. I ain't going in at 6:30 tomorrow. So we'll see what they say. Nobody responded to. They probably don't even check their email because nobody checks their email around there.
It's gonna be a big ass surprise.
Right. So um
Where's Mr. Taylor?
yeah.
Her email. Didn't I tell you had a whole weekend to read it?
Right.
This
So
is Monday. This is a new change. This is a new month. We're not doing it today.
so that was the end of my week, and I'm already stressed out about the new job position and all of that stuff. So I ain't even gonna talk about that. So for today's podcast, that was the majority of the podcast, but I thought that was pertinent information
It
because none
was.
of the students really know what be going on behind the scenes, and I don't like students to know what's going on behind the scenes, so I try to keep them shielded from whatever. That's how parents do it too.
Yeah.
Parents, they may have money problems, but you don't involve the
You never
kids in
feel
that.
it. I mean, you already have heard McDonald's is at home, so you're used to it. Yeah.
I didn't understand what that meant.
You,
I didn't. You already heard McDonald's was at home.
yeah.
What is that?
You ain't never been riding in a car and you're like, oh, can we get some McDonald's? Yeah, you
Oh,
got McDonald's at home.
I was like, what? McDonald's is at
So
home.
I tell myself that sometimes, and I'm an adult. I'm like, oh, you
Right.
got McDonald's at home. You just went to the grocery store the other day, remember? Oh, I did. Let me cook that. I'm super excited. Anyway.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, man, I ain't coming in on Monday.
Oh, that
I'm just start my day regular. I
that
don't
is
need the $34.91.
that is the phrase right there. You guys pay attention. If he says no, man, that means it is a wrap.
So
Not happening no more. I
nah,
don't know what my word is right now, but I
man.
know what his is.
Nah, man.
Mm-mm.
So the topic of this day or today is what is the cost for success, right?
What is a cost of success, and is it how much money is does need to be
Um,
provided?
what does success cost?
Oh, I
And
was
the
totally
money
lost.
behind the development process. So I've already made a video that goes through the five arenas, or not five arenas, the five um success routes,
Yeah,
five success routes that you can take after high school, right? And so we're gonna break that down a little bit, and we're just gonna talk about each one of them and the costs associated with that, right?
yeah.
And so we're gonna transition ooh,
Look at that
into our new
technology.
scene, right? Yeah,
Woo!
boy.
Moving on up.
So success costs something, and what I've been saying. Hold on, we're gonna go back. Success costs something, and I'll be saying this to the students all the time because when we are in classroom, and we're doing other things, and people are coming in helping the students with applications and scholarship applications and everything like that. They like, oh yeah, you could get scholarships, you could get scholarships for this, you could get scholarships for that. But I'm thinking in my head, not everybody gonna get the scholarships.
Mm-mm.
Not everybody gets the scholarship. So what are we saying on top of that that's telling them, hey, it's still worth it if you have to pay for it. However that looks, you still have to pay for it. Because what I say last week, rich people is paying for education.
They definitely are.
Rich people is
Private
paying for
school.
education, but poor people frown at having to pay for
No
education.
tablets, no phones, no nothing.
You feel me? Like that
Yeah.
that's it's something wrong there. So, but we saying it's okay if you get a scholarship, but it's not okay if you don't get a scholarship. You ain't gonna get no education. But is education valuable? Is my question.
It is very valuable because it depicts, I say, the amount of effort that you put in your early youthful days. So your 18 through 25 depicts what you're going to be doing in your 30s and 40s and 50s, and how hard you have to work, or if you have manipulated the system to do what you need to do.
My bad. It's
It's fine.
something wrong with this.
Oh,
How that?
let me help you.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
I
not
was
doing
like,
no
why is
part.
it leaning so much? I had to cut that part out.
All
There we
right.
go.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I was,
We had a little technical difficulties. I don't talk very loud, but education is very worth it because it depicts your future. So whatever you do between, I even go 17 because that's the average grade of
graduation.
graduation. So 17, you're pre-adult. You should be doing adult things from 16 because you get your license. And if you're good enough, or you're, you know, lucky enough to
So,
have your own vehicle.
yeah, we going you going on tangent
No,
now.
I know, but I'm getting right back to it.
Alright.
Education is very, very impactful to your future because it depends on what level of job you get, or if you like the janitor. It's an array of things that I could go on and on about, but I'm not.
Please stop.
I will stop right now.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
And my big thing is that I can't tell you what to do with with the route you take, but you have to pick a route,
yeah.
and that route costs something, right?
Hmm.
That route costs something. Some cost less than others, some cost more than others. So we're gonna get into the first route, which is, and in no particular order, a 2 years associate's degree. That is probably the lowest level, and these first two kind of go together. So 2 years associate's degree or a 2 year trade certification. So these go together because they're both in probably in the same
Yeah,
junior college. But
takes
the
about the
2 year
same time.
associate's degree and the 2 year trade program, that's gonna be like maybe $6,000 a year if you had to pay for it without any assistance,
Yeah.
right? Is it worth it to go to do $6,000, and if you get a trade certification, you make $50,000 starting out if you're good at what you did and you pass all the classes.
Well, me, I would probably do the trade certification because I'm not a fan of learning stuff that I'm not going to be doing at my current job. I'm kind of selfish like that. Um, so I would do trade certification because then that would focus on all my learning is focused on what I'm trying to get certified in.
You still gonna be learning other stuff though.
Yeah, I know you are, but
And
it's it's
it's just
it's
like
it's more streamlined. Now the two
but
year
that's just
associate,
you. That's you. So
yeah, the
that's
2 year associate is also a good thing because I believe in those 2 years, you can make a whole lot of decisions in those 2 years, and you're already establishing what you're trying to do educational wise. So if you are going to the 2 year thing and it's, I don't know what degrees are for 2 years, but if you get the educational bug bite and you want to move forward, or it's another level, then you're already established with your credits, because I think that's how that works, right? So you got your credits, and then you can move on to a
Bachelor's degree, which
bachelor's
yeah,
degree, or what is that, like a 4 year college?
yeah.
But you already got your time spent with your 2 year joint. So it works out if you want to further yourself.
And the cost associated with the 2 year and the trade certification is the six to $10,000.
Yeah.
And usually people that if people our students are going to associates program or trade programs, they usually getting some type of assistance. So like the Pell Grant or something like that, which usually covers all of the every year. You just have to apply for the FAFSA, which brings me to my other point. Are you setting yourself up for the opportunity to go to a 2 year or 2 year trade program? Our students will wait till the last minute. We got workshops all throughout the year. We're
Mm.
talking about it. We send emails. They got district workshops. We have personal workshops in our schools. You could come in personally and do all of this stuff, but are you setting yourself up for this 2 year trade or anything by filling out this FAFSA? There's a process to everything.
Oh yeah.
And a process is a part of the cost, right? The time put in. You have to put in some time. People come to us. We had students. So Friday was the last day to apply for this certain scholarship, right?
Oh,
We had students come in on Friday with nothing done. So you have to go through an application, you have to get references, you have to submit an essay for this scholarship. We've had 3, 4 um uh workshops.
mm-hmm.
We've had 3 or 4 workshops doing this and taking them through step by step with people all around to help them to do this, and they don't want to put in the time and they want to come in last minute. I mean, we had an assembly on Friday at 1:30 or something like that,
Oh, I love
and
assemblies.
and we had a student come in with nothing done, and we leave school at 2 like 2:20 is when people go out to the buses, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, we like, you here for what? Did you do anything? They done shut the whole system down, like the application down. Like you couldn't even get in because she hadn't done anything. Another
Wow.
student came in, he didn't have the right GPA. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about this. We only one person, or there's only 4 of us in the classroom
Mm-hmm.
in our department, but that goes to another. We need help from our teachers. Our teachers ain't even helping us out. We have a thing called family advocacy, which is like a homeroom.
Yeah.
So these every day the students are in there from like 50 to 50 minutes to an hour every single day. And we like, hey, FA teachers, if you have students that you know are interested in these programs, let them know about this program because we're not in all the classes, and they
No.
expect us to go to every FA. There's like 8 to 12 senior FA classes, and they want us to go to every FA and talk to the student. I'm like, no, I'm not about to do that. So I get on Zoom. Nah, man.
I don't.
Nah, man, I ain't about to do that.
Yeah,
So I get
no.
on Zoom. I'll be like, I set it up. I send emails a week ahead of time, the week of, the day of, saying, hey, log on to this with your FA class. We have the electronic technical ability to display on the screen and have me talk in front of your class through the computer, right?
Yeah.
And I could hit all 8 classes if that's the specific, but it's like it's like 80 teachers that have FAs. I'm not going to every one of them FAs individually trying to pick out students. No, help me out. Get on this. And I had, what is it, 3 teachers that came on the Zoom calls, and I'm going over the whole list on how to get into dual credit classes. I'm going out on the whole list of how to do the apply for the tech programs, the trade programs. I'm going over all of this in like 30 minutes, right? Asking any questions, answering any questions at the end. Nobody has questions, but they're gonna all send students to me directly to ask questions. And I'm like, and I record the video, right? I record the video and I send it out in a link so you can watch the video. I have a step-by-step instructions on how to apply for the community colleges. That's the first step you got to do to get a ID number, right? Got that on the Google form that I send out for all the students to fill out so they can come see me at a specific time that I designated so that so that I can give them the attention that they need for whatever spot they got. And you telling me that you can't get, and I send out the link to those forms, you can't tell me that you can't give them the link and tell them to fill out this form as a teacher. You see
Yeah,
the struggle? Like I set all of this stuff up so that I can help the students in a structured order or a
yeah.
structured manner. And
Nothing's happening.
nothing. Yeah, crickets. 5 years I've been at this school. I've been trying to do this stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm all the way done. Anyways, but are you setting yourself up for these 2-year programs?
Not
Uh,
your students.
no,
Not your students.
and that's a
That's all
bigger
right.
issue that we gotta look at. But these are the 2 programs that are gonna be the more affordable if you
Mhm.
had to pay for it, because success costs something. You're gonna have to put some of your money into it.
Yeah,
And if you don't, like you're not gonna become the person that you really want to become and make the money that you really want to make just by going off what people give you
don't be scared.
to put your money up.
Don't be scared.
You gotta put your money up, and at some point in time you're gonna have to put your money up. That's all I'm saying. These 2-year programs are the cheapest that you can do. The trade programs you can get in, not everybody is built for a trade, not everybody is built for associate degree. I don't care what you want, but I know what what has to happen, right?
I do. Yeah, you
What
do.
has to happen? You got to fill out the forms and do all the things, and then they come back to us after school has ended, after in the summertime, talking about they need some help filling out applications and stuff. Like we was doing that all year long. You can come in our classroom anytime and fill out an application. We will do that,
That's how
but
I
they
know
don't
you're
come
nicer
in,
than me.
huh?
That's how I know you're nicer than me. Cause
We gotta be, because everybody babies these kids. So if I be like,
mhm.
"Oh, you got to do this," or you not getting in, then they look at me like, "Oh, our students need help." That's the baby what we call it, the toddlerization of our students.
No toddlers over here. I'm the uncle that just lets you touch the hot stove because I told you twice. You better not cry.
Yeah,
Suck that up.
I don't have no feelings towards nothing in that category. If I did, all you have to do is fill out a Google form for me to get into dual credit classes, right? Not
Hmm.
That's not the only thing to get to take the placement test. Like I need to know a whole bunch of
At
information.
least to let you know that you're interested.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they will
Effort.
not do it. But
It takes effort, people.
and my little step-by-step slides to take them through the application process, I didn't even did that, like, in a video. They didn't look at that video, so they
Yeah.
come to me, "I
These
need help."
these people are overspoiled.
Yeah, the toddlerization of our youth, of our students.
It's gonna be nap time every time
So,
you're around me.
this is more controversial, right?
Go to bed.
The bachelor's degree. Yeah, it's supposed to rain.
Oh,
CJ
okay.
going home, he ain't messing around.
No, I'm gonna be out. It's daylight. The bachelor degree is piggyback off the 2-year associate degree. That's your next step up. A little bit more effort, a little bit more.
But we
Um,
talk about cost. So the cost is a little bit more expensive, a little bit more expensive to go to a 4-year university, but it's about the your development. Like
mhm.
you have to put in some time. What does success cost? It costs time, it costs money, it costs uh effort, right?
Yeah, it does cost effort.
So time, money, and effort, and you got to do it for 4 years. That's what it's designed to do, is to be able to help you specialize and develop in a system. So I fully support the going to get a bachelor's degree no matter what, but there's affordable options that you can do. So am I wrong if I tell a student that they shouldn't go to their dream school because it costs too much? It costs you $20,000 to go to KU, but if you
Oh,
go to another school in Porter State and it only costs you
10.
$5,000 out of pocket, like
Oh, that's
every
even
year,
cheaper. Yeah.
that's even cheaper, right? So
You can
like
still be a KU fan.
yeah, you can still
That's-
be a K. You can go to KU on the weekends,
No,
but
I have. Um, there's ways to solve your problems without. I mean, you can still achieve your dreams. I'd be quite honest. Most people dreams are to actually get accepted to college because it's never happened in their family.
yeah.
So that's
But you got to be ready to work too and give that effort. Because I told students you can't, and we mentioned it on the last week. You can't develop in a silo.
oh no,
The bachelor's degree is
no.
to put you out there so that you're in an environment where you can mess up and make mistakes without it being a detriment to your life, or much of a detriment to your life.
Mm.
And yeah, it's gonna cost, but you have to weigh out those options. There's a lady at the gym. She was like, "Yeah, my daughter wants to go to LSU." I was like, "Y'all got the money for LSU?" I mean, if y'all got the money, LSU out of state tuition is $52,000.
They ain't playing down there either.
No,
They got
so oh, that's my daughter's dream school. Or I don't know if she said that, but that's my daughter's dream school, and I'm like,
wake
is she
up.
gonna get in-state? Even in-state tuition is probably a lot of money too. It's like
Yeah,
KU, right?
yeah.
52,000 is a lot, and LSU is big. So what you gonna get out of it? And I think through this whole process, like, are you gonna go down there and finish? Because it once them bills start coming in, 52,000.
Mm.
Oh, they ain't gonna let you just be a resident.
Oh no.
You got to be living there for a year before you get this in-state tuition. They gonna come and get that money.
Man, that's a nice car payment.
Eh, You kidding me? LSU, because that's where she want to go. I was like, you thought about MU? Like MU was in-state, and or KU is they probably give you in-state there too, or K-State, somebody.
Um, when I was young, my dad was I like to play with Lego, so I guess I was supposed to be an architect or something. But um and I liked it. And I think he went to like UMKC or the library and like got a whole list, like it was a whole tablet full of pages of schools, not even around Missouri, but just like where it specialized in that. I guess that
Hmm.
would be like the trade, but it was actual college. And it was, I don't know if I still have it, but it was like you had like colleges I've never even heard before. But I've come to them now as an adult because either I don't know. Yeah, but that's all I got.
You come to them now as an adult to
Yeah,
what?
I've discovered them as an adult. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was here. Like
Oh,
some colleges are like right under your nose,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
just not big, so you don't know that they exist unless
And
you
there's
apply for
no
them.
excuse now. Like I hear people on podcasts talk about, oh, they didn't tell us that, and they our age. I'm like, yeah, they like the information wasn't. as available.
You
if
had
if
to.
your if your counselor don't know about it, they just don't know, you
Hmm.
know. But now you can search on the internet for whatever it is that you want. There is no excuse not to be aware of what you want to do. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, with these 5 routes to
Hmm.
success, um, you have to pick one of them. You gotta pick one of them, and that's what I'm saying. That's my recommendation. Every black person, every Hispanic, Asian, they usually they into education and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
But
don't
even
apply.
knowledge costs something. So I know if we wanted to hire a coach for getting our podcast more views or whatever,
Hmm.
that's gonna cost some money. This
Hmm.
equipment costs money. Like it costs. And bachelor's degree is a
Mm.
way that you can get to another level and actually know something about what you're going into.
All the way up.
Number 4 is going into the workforce or entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is different for me. Like I think uh this is there's low cost to this, but the cost will be your time. People that go into the workforce, they work their way up, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you did,
I
right?
was part of the workforce. I was not trying to do college. Well, we've talked about
Yeah.
this. I didn't. I was probably one of those students that. Well, I didn't even wait till the end because I didn't even care. I was just trying to graduate and leave. But you know, these.
How long have you been at your job?
I've been at
Well, like
my
what was the
job.
process to get to where you're at? How many years did it take? Like it cost some time. How many years you
It did.
there
It
right
did
now?
cost me time so much. So far, it's cost me 25 years. I'm a very youthful person, but
That's because he went into the workforce.
I went to the workforce at 20. So I'll give you a good scenario of how my life was. So 16, 17, we're scrambling because we need to graduate on time. So we that involves money, night school, was working at McDonald's. Okay, so by the time I graduated, I was working at Kmart. So that's retail. I wanted to grow my hair out on my face. It was real weird. Graduation, summer came, you know, Kmart kind of dried up a little bit because they didn't need me as much because it was like springtime. So I kind of bounced from job to job for a little bit. It didn't take very much for me to not want to work at all. I was a very high headed person when I was young.
All
And
right.
then um, a friend got a job, came over my house with a car. He looked like he was going to be all the way up. I applied, got on. The rest is history.
Like what was the process to get to the position you're in? How long did that take is what I'm asking.
Oh, how long did that take? Well, that happened by luck. See, I
But
was a
but how long did was you working for the company
yeah, I was
before?
working for the
I
company.
know. How long was you working before you got lucky, quote unquote?
10 years.
10 years. So it's gonna take 10 years to get get to a position, right?
Well,
That's what I'm saying. It
no, not
takes time.
necessarily.
It's
It
just
it does
it's
take
just that,
time, but you gotta understand that in my position, I was happy doing what I was doing.
and that's fine. And usually people do get stuck or not stuck, but like they get comfortable where
Yeah,
they are. And that's what if you not a dog just trying to go get it and ain't nobody teaching you how to go up and move up and get paid more money, you just gonna be there frustrated with how much you gonna get paid every day.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I learned a lot of stuff on my ascending to two parts. Like I learned how to detail, do car deals, just all kinds of crazy stuff that I didn't
and
imagine
and that's what
myself
you're
doing.
supposed to do. But
Yeah,
it's
I'm very happy.
what I'm saying is that it's not you're not gonna be at the 25 years CJ if you didn't get into that position. 10
Yeah,
years in.
yeah,
That's what the cost is the time
and the mentality.
and the mentality.
Yeah,
So
you have to want to go to work.
you got it, and man, and it's so easy because these yeah, I'm
You
just saying.
definitely have to want to. So
So going into the workforce, like it don't cost anything, but it is gonna cost you time if you want to move up, make more money. It's gonna cost you some time. Even at the trade certifications are like you still gotta work your way up, like
yeah,
journeyman and stuff like that,
yeah,
and
everything
work.
takes time.
Everything takes time. So, and then the last one is the military.
Ooh, I tried that too.
See,
I
CJ didn't. He done tried everything. So the
tried it.
military is they you can get it to where you can get paid to be in the military. You know what I mean?
That
That
was
like
my
that
goal.
they'll pay for your college. This it's a route, but you have to risk your life possibly to to have those benefits. My cousin's husband, he retired from the military, 27 years. He
Hmm.
went right out of high school or right out of college, high school, college. College. He was in ROTC while he was in college and then went into the military after college. So he been in it ever since. But he was able to retire at the age of 47 or something like that and um had all the benefits, but he was over there somewhere. He was stationed over there
Yeah,
somewhere. He's
yeah,
seen a lot of things. He don't ever tell me, but like he got some tendencies that and the military ain't for everybody. All of these things ain't for everybody, and but these are the only routes that I can see that you
hmm,
can go. You got to pick one. You got to pick one. It costs. It costs to go to a 2-year degree. It costs to go to a university. It costs um, time to. It
yeah.
costs
That's,
time for
that's what I was
all of
about to
these.
say for number four. It definitely costs you time and
Yeah, and you got
energy.
to be okay with being a bottom man on the totem pole. Like you gonna get messed with. You gonna get checked, especially if you don't come on a regular basis
Yeah, and you got to develop some tough skin while you're growing up.
and work ethic.
Yeah,
If you
because
because if you go into that workforce and you ain't got work ethic, you're
well,
not gonna be respected. They
you're gonna
ain't gonna
get
try to
you're
promote
gonna
you.
burn. They're gonna burn you out. They're gonna push you out. They'll figure it out. So
So all I'm saying is that it costs something and be prepared to pay your own money.
like I am right now, everything costs me a lot.
Yeah, I'm up here thinking like, shoot, I need to do some more. But but we're trying to give you guys the the knowledge beforehand so y'all can make educated decisions on what you're going to do in your life and so that you're not so what I hear all the time is like everything's expensive and this and that but you have an opportunity right now at 17 years old to if you want to go into the workforce you can make a strategy like I'm not going to go all the way into the step by step but you can make a strategy to where you are living comfortably and you're saving money and the
Hmm.
first and the most important thing is saving money when you don't have responsibilities rent car car note um
Cell phone.
cell phone all of these things before you have a lot of these big responsibilities and the number one uh money taker in everybody's pocket is what? Mortgage and rent.
Where you
Where
live.
you lay your head. So while you staying with your family, staying at home, save as much money as you can. That's my that's my biggest thing is that I can tell you is save as much as you can while you're living with your family and then start making some decisions because yeah, it's gonna be inflation ain't never went down. I keep on telling you that it ain't never went down. Like it ain't never been the price of eggs has is gone all the way down to historic lows. No, it's gonna keep on going up
Yeah, I
just
would.
because they want to make us used to paying a certain amount for whatever
Yeah,
and
it's all by design.
it's all about designs, but you to stay out of the matrix, right? to stay out of the matrix, you got to make a strategy before you get into the matrix. And that's what I'm here to help. These are the 5 routes. And if you ain't trying to do that, then um I don't know what you're doing. And another thing is that we need professionals. That's why I'm a big proponent of, the first 3
Yeah, we
and
definitely
the
need
military.
professionals.
You could go into work, but make sure you go into work with a purpose and a goal to make a lot of money and work a lot of hours, right?
Yeah,
And save a lot of it and not spend it because you can go on trips and do all of this, but then you 30 years old now you ain't got nothing to show for it. Trust me, we've been there. We did it.
I'm still doing it.
Yeah, because we didn't know no better. We didn't know no better, right?
Yeah, well,
Like we didn't have
I
the
wanna say,
technology.
number 4, when I was growing up, number 4, it was workforce because entrepreneurship. Oh, I can't believe I messed that up. Entrepreneurship was very scarce when I was growing up, and there was entrepreneurships that I saw on the block. I'm not going to mention that, but that also came with a price. So, um, the options that you have now, such as, and you got 5. See, when I was growing up, I either heard get a job or go to the military because the first 3 wasn't really an option. But I chose workforce. I tried the military, and we didn't like each other. So
We didn't like it.
workforce it is. Avoided a lot of wars. Um, there we
Yeah,
go. You
but
know,
we didn't have the technology to be able to look this stuff up and
we sure
research
didn't.
careers and do all of these things. Like, not everybody's gonna be a comedian, not everybody's gonna be an athlete, not everybody's gonna be an entertainer. Like, y'all gotta understand is like the world is still run by people that are doing the essential jobs, which is doctor, lawyer, dentist, and these is high paying. I'm just naming off high paying jobs so that y'all understand. These is going to take some time and some money, and like people that go into dentistry and be a doctor and stuff, they invest a whole bunch of money to go to medical school, and they invest a whole bunch of time. That's
Hmm.
why they get paid the most. DoorDashers don't get paid that much. Uber drivers don't get paid that much because you can act how you want. There's no governing laws that
Yeah,
that
that's crazy work.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People's lives, yeah, they at risk, but everybody's at risk for just driving, right?
that reminds me of my little interaction with a Door Dasher.
Yeah, so I see they think I'm a DoorDasher. I'm about to sue them because I'm gonna come in with the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. And,
Oh,
are you picking up order? Are you DoorDash? Like, no, I'm not. I'm here to order my order. Like, no,
yeah,
because who's doing it? The black people doing it.
yeah.
The Hispanic people are people of color is doing the DoorDash, which is at the lowest level, and that's and we need to get out of that mentality. We need to go ahead and pay for this education, this knowledge.
Yeah, I
And
learned
and I didn't even mention the reading the books. Like that's free.
that is free.
The library free,
I got my
but
library card.
but what it does, it take time, right? Who made you get a or not made you get a library? Who suggested that you
You
get a
you suggested it.
yeah,
That's
because
why I
it's
said
free.
this guy is great to have in your life. Um,
But we don't value free. We get
I do value
not
free.
you. I'm talking about our young people. You don't value free.
It's beneath you to get something for free. I've seen it, and
You seen it?
I thought it was crazy. I was like, you know what?
What did you see?
I'll take it.
Yeah, right, right. I was
Give it
like,
to
give
me.
it to me. Like I'll take a free education over anything right now. Like if I
Hey,
had $100,000 in debt, you know what I
hmm
mean?
let me tell you.
If I didn't have $100,000 in debt just looming over my head, and that's what society wants us to do. The capitalist society wants people to not be able to move in, and this is what I want to tell y'all. Capitalist society wants you to not be able to reach your fullest potential. Your fullest potential is in the interests that you have. And if you're not able to develop those interests outside of s- surviving, then you're not it's you're not going to reach your fullest potential because you got to survive, you got to make money, and they want that $100,000 on your head because
Mm,
you're not thinking in the correct way. So I've had to work harder because I have to do extra stuff because I didn't get a paid position, a position that paid me well enough to be able to pay back my debts or whatever. um and I've had to take the time to develop myself over the years so that I can do something like this to possibly make enough money. And I've had to do everything I needed to do to survive on top of still pursuing something that I know was valuable to me and the people that are around me and the people that I can connect with. So that's what I'm saying. This going into these jobs, the straight workforce without a plan, and um, it's really important because not a, not a lot of people reach their fullest potential. Self actualized people work a lot, and they don't just work and pay money and do all the things, get the knowledge. Work is knowledge. Work is education.
definitely.
Work is all of that, and if we don't do that, we're not gonna see what is inside of you. If you don't do the work, if you think you just gonna be come out of high school and you didn't do anything or you did something in high school,
I
the high school person version of you is not the highest paid version of you.
It definitely is not. I can affix to that.
So that's all I'm saying. I don't know what else I can say. It costs time, it costs money, it costs effort. And most of the time, if you ain't willing to put up that money, you gonna stay at a certain level. And we always stay at a certain level. Back in the day, education was a priority. That's why
It
we have
was.
HBCUs.
It was a
And
priority.
there is nothing keeping you from going to any college if you have the grades, if you do the process to get into these colleges. But you have to make a strategy when you're going in. So if you're going into a PWI, predominantly white institution,
Hmm.
um, I don't care if there's no black people on campus. What are you there for? Is what I'm saying.
You're not there to party.
You not there to part. You there to get an education. You get there to get an experience. You there to
Party in
network.
those
And
books.
exactly, you there to develop into a. And if that's the route that is most cost beneficial to your strategy, right? That's where you're supposed to be. That's where you bloom. That you figure it out at that point. But if you if you don't, if you say you need to go to a HBCU just because it's a HBCU and you spending $20,000 a year,
Uh-uh.
and you ain't never been outside of Kansas City.
Uh-uh.
What we talking about here? Just go to this Kansas City
I'm
University
going to
and
UMKC.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? Just man, they got all the same stuff. You can connect with the black people there, whatever. But it's I don't know. It's just internet interesting, and to me that we don't go in with a strategy like it's white people everywhere. It's white people at HBCU. Like
Yeah, I
you ain't gonna just interact with just black people the rest of your life.
I was just thinking about that. You know, growing up, there were exclusive schools that, only certain denominations. Am I saying that right? No, I'm not.
Church, like religious.
No, no, I'm talking about actual schools.
I know, but
And
like you said, denomination.
yeah, I said it wrong. I apologize. But there was a guy, I think I was like maybe 13 or 14. he sued a school because he wanted to go there, but it was like I'm gonna say it was predominantly white. Okay, and there's this black man that wanted to go to college at this school, and he was very determined, and he won the lawsuit, and he got in, and then it was kind of like a an avalanche because then other people, other races and creeds wanted to go to certain schools that wasn't accepted at the time, and then they were just allowed, and
You
that
talk
was
about during the civil rights era or like when?
no, because I don't think civil rights was like I was like 13 or something. It made national news,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then like because there was like a Spanish guy that wanted to go to a certain college, and then he was allowed after deliberations.
After they was forced to let him in.
Yeah, the main thing is that there was people, young people, there's people that took steps for you to skip or jog or whatever exercise you want to do.
Walk through the doors.
Just walk through them because there's been people to here that took the lashes and took the ridicule and all kinds of stuff so you could just do what you need to do with a clear mind and head to get your education at a HBU or at a
HBCU.
predominantly white school or predominantly Spanish school, because I'm sure there's all kinds of schools that predominantly
And
everywhere.
what I'm saying is that the cost, if cost is your number one thing and you don't want to spend, you don't want to invest the money, you need to go wherever the cost is cheapest and and get that education there if that's what you needed to do. But people don't want to do that. They want to be like, oh, I can't afford it, but then you going after your dream, that costs something. Your dream school costs something a little bit more
Yeah,
than it's not dream school, but is financially more beneficial to keep you um in the
in the
in
in the
the
loop, the streamline.
in the race. Keep you in the race. That's all I'm saying. Like we like I deal with it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with it every day. I look at these students and I'm like, yeah, you wanted to go to this school, but now we're seeing that it probably is going to cost $20,000 a year to go outside of all the everything, right? It's going to cost $20,000 to go. I know you want to go there, but did you look at these other schools that that you
Did
can
you?
get to you can get the like if you go to associate's degree, then go to that's a 2-year junior college, then you go to a bachelor's or a 4-year university, you get your bachelor's degree. That's still 4 years you did. You
Yeah,
got your bachelor's
build it
degree.
up.
Yeah, you can be ready to get a master's degree.
I like
And
that.
we probably need to do another podcast on like what the strategy is. The strategy is to gain knowledge in a specific area so that we can make money and develop ourselves in the interest of what we want. That's why I said the trade programs aren't necessarily for everybody. The bachelor's degree ain't for everybody.
Mm-mm.
Like it's two different things. Like yeah, I'm not like if I had to sit there and work on a car every day, I don't think that like that that don't nah man. Because
Well,
we had the tech programs over
yeah,
at Fort Osage. We had um auto mechanic and then we
you
had
had shop
EMT and
class.
stuff. Well, not the class. We had actual like you could get your certification before you left.
Oh, like you can go through
Dual
you.
credit like
Yeah,
I'm doing
like
with
you're
the
doing
student.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a class though. It's a whole program. That's what people I have to explain this to teachers. Teachers be like, "Oh, can they go take this class and take all other classes?" No, it's they over there doing 4 classes and you want them to do 8 classes here.
Oh
Like, what are
no.
you talking about? And I be trying to do I don't know, man. I'm telling you, man. I'll be at loss of words. I'm like, y'all really absolutely don't know anything outside of education as a teachers.
No,
But you want these students to have all of these opportunities. Why don't you learn a little something about what the opportunities are? Just because you didn't do it, you can't just pass that on to somebody else. Oh
man,
yeah, they'd be good at tech programs. This dude can't read or write English.
Lord have mercy.
And no disrespect to English as a second language learners, but
You kind of
you
need it.
gotta be able to like you want us to like this one teacher want us to pay for students, and she's having to translate a conversation between me and a student, and I'm like, that's probably not gonna work over there because of the fact that they can't speak English or read English. You're gonna have to be taking tests. You still read books.
Yeah,
You still read books and trade programs. I don't know what anybody told you. You still read books and trade programs. You still take tests and trade programs. I don't care.
you're not gonna escape the test if you're going for education
Exactly.
at
I
all.
got students that don't even wanna take the placement test a second time because they scared of a little test, and they can take it as many times as they want. I had one student, she took it a few times, but then she just quit. She was like, "Oh, I don't wanna do it no more." I was like, "You right there. You about to get the score that you need to get into the class that you want."
You can take it as much as you want.
As many times as you want, not in the same day, but, like,
Well, no,
just the
I'm
next
not saying
day
the
or something
same
like
day.
that. Yeah, and I'm just like, "That's the cost. That's the cost." All you
Effort,
had to
effort,
effort.
effort.
Yeah, and
Why?
I talked to her mom, and mom was like, "Yeah, we're going through some stuff." I was like, "This is where you come to get over that stuff. You use your resilience that you had in whatever domestic whatever is happening at home. You come here and you hope for a better life through the effort and resilience that you put out there, put it in here.
I,
But you gonna stop in here when the pressure ain't as life changing as anything else. Like I don't know what's going on at home, but when you come here, all I'm asking you to do is do the test over so you can get into the class that you want.
Simple as that. You know, let me make this statement.
Because we ending the podcast anyways.
If I had a child, which I do not, but if I did have a child, I would be so far on that child of mine just to take advantage of everything I'm seeing that was not available to me when I was adolescent. I done saw pagers, cell phones, computers. Like I remember the first computer, it was IBM, Apple. But the amount of opportunities that has arisen just in the last 5 years, I'll just say in the last 5 years, the technology. You have phones now that can translate whatever language you're speaking to whatever language you're trying to communicate to the person next to you. There's too much out here for you not to be successful. There's just absolutely too much out here for you not to be successful.
Outside of racism, sexism,
The
capitalism,
laziest
every
person
ism.
could be successful in this time and age. Now, back when I was growing up, you was lazy, you was a bum. You got talked about, and that was supposed to enhance your insides to want to be something and be predominant. I guess I don't know, but
What they say, bring back bullying.
I'm just saying the amount that you have at your fingertips compared to the amount that I had at my fingertips, and I wasn't even trying. I didn't even really care. So if I just imagine if I cared back then or right now.
What we saying is you don't have an excuse to not pursue something that is challenging, that you have to invest in. You don't have an excuse because you can invest. You can circumvent the money aspect by reading books,
Yeah,
but reading books takes time. and I got hacks for reading books, right? To CJ, I done put
Mm-hmm.
CJ on some hacks because we
Mm-hmm.
got audio books. We didn't have audio books back in the day.
I'm
Like
just
I wasn't
listening to
trying to
books at
read
work.
no books. I wasn't trying to read no books. After I graduated with my master's degree, I was not trying to read no books. But then I was like, dude, it's been 7 years and I ain't getting to a place where I want to be. I ain't making the money that I want to be. $24,500 in a year. Like,
You hear what
nah,
that
man,
man
that's
said?
not that's not it.
That's
And
not it.
so I was like, what do I need to do? I was like, they reading books, so I might as well read books. How do I get the books? I can't pay for the books, so go to the library because it's
Go to
free.
the library.
And the first day I went to the library, I saw a dude I used to work with at the elementary school. He helped me uh, get my library card, right? Helped me get my library card and introduced me to the online library platform
Yeah,
on my phone.
like you
And
did me. Yeah,
yeah, but
it's amazing.
he didn't have to go. I actually checked out a book. I gave that book back and never went back to the library. I just had all the books that I needed was on my phone for free. Not even Audible. Audible, like, don't pay for Audible. Just get the book. The books you need are where they already are. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
in the library.
In the library. And if they don't have it in the library, you didn't need that book. That I'm gonna make it simple. If that book that you need is not in the library, you didn't need that book. So go read all of the books in the library, and you
Yeah,
can circumvent the money factor by I don't know how much you're gonna circumvent, but like you can circumvent the money and the time if you go read all these books.
and get a dictionary and a thesaurus.
Cause bro and uh nigga is not is not
It's not.
properly vernacular
It's
in the
not.
business world.
You're not gonna get very many deals like that unless they're on the
That's all
street.
I hear in the hallways and stuff. I'm like, dude, and I don't correct like if I corrected everybody that that was in the hallway, we got like 20 students in the hallway every class period. Like what I'm not about to tell them to go to class every time I'm walking outside. No. Yeah, y'all can stay in the hallways long.
Stay in the hallway.
Yeah. But
Be
then
my
don't come back
custodian.
to us and say that we didn't do our part. That's the one thing. Like, yeah, our school system is not perfect and it's not built for whatever we think it is. But all you have to do is go through
Hmm.
it. When you get out, you can do whatever the heck you want. Whatever route you want to go through, you can do that. But what I'm saying is that
You got to pay the cost though.
you gotta pay the cost, but you can
You,
practice. You could do some type of practicing while you in high school.
you are your best investment.
Yeah, invest more in yourself than you do on your job.
I'm learning that. You know, and you never stop learning. I just want to put that out there. I know that we talk about education and what you can do now, but even if now is not now, you still have to invest yourself to further yourself. Time only stops when you're dead, and that's not on our schedule anytime soon. So we need to make the most of what we doing and take advantage of the things that we need to take advantage of
Hmm.
so we can be the very best that we can be and push forward. And then your effort can rub off on other people and their effort, and then we'll have a nation full of effort, and that could change the world. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, one person at a time. All right, thanks for joining us on the Success is My Religion, or the Porch,
The
a production
porch.
of the Success is My Religion podcast
Mm-hmm.
network. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Or yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Yeah.
CJ, what's your name on Instagram?
I'm about to
Uh,
make a new one just so
yeah.
it could be just for this.
All right. He's like, I don't want you. I don't want you coming to my. But you see
No, you can.
my Instagram.
It's
You can
entertaining.
come to my Instagram.
You'll
Just
see
don't
us
judge
both.
me by the people that I follow.
Oh man.
All right,
Oh.
where's my theme music?